Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining this broadcast where we'll strengthen ourselves for this crucial topic. I've been discussing this with several people, the feeling that everyone's progressing except you. The solution lies in the approach itself. This condition stems from a feeling and emotion that's elevated to a conviction. What we experience are our own beliefs about life, ourselves, and so on. Therefore, the solution is to change this feeling to feel that you are indeed progressing. That's what we need to achieve. When you change this feeling and maintain it, you'll soon see it reflected in your visible reality. But if we only change the feeling briefly, it won't sustain the change in our visible reality. This isn't just my opinion. All the gurus you can find say this. So what we can do is focus on this change. What we can do with Yuen methods is change this feeling. Use this tool to shift our emotion and conviction to something beneficial, something favorable for us. For this, I propose a triad: feeling, repeating, and defending your problems, errors, blocks, and stagnation. This is what I've found. We not only feel it, but repeat it countless times, tell many people, affirm it, and when challenged, we defend it. We even get angry, insisting that's how it is, and no one will change our conviction. When no one changes our conviction, no one changes our feeling, so we keep experiencing the same thing repeatedly. So let's do this strengthening to change this feeling. If you can't change it fully, keep working on it because it's crucial. Feeling that things don't change is what keeps them from changing. When you feel or manage to sense that things are improving, that you're progressing, that you're achieving something, that it's happening, this will manifest itself. Again, it must be sustained to see change. This is good because if I fear being hit by a truck and it manifests instantly, I'd have lost my life long ago. Instead, there's a gestation period. So we must maintain the feeling we want to see in our reality for it to manifest. The gestation period isn't working against us, but in our favor. So let's strengthen ourselves for this. Again, the triad is feeling, repeating, and defending our problems, errors, blocks, stagnation, or any other condition that isn't serving you right now. So I also want to remind you that this weekend, November 9th and 10th, we have level 1 and level 2 and why you should study Yuen method. It's a tool that improves your life, teaching you to detect and make necessary information changes so you can have different feelings and convictions. The Yuen method isn't the solution to all problems, you are. But it helps strengthen and improve you so you can solve any problem that comes your way. When I say problem, I mean something with a solution. If it has no solution, it's not a problem but a condition, requiring a completely different approach. You can do this with Yuen method too. So let's start strengthening ourselves. I look forward to seeing all interested in this level 1 and 2 this weekend. We'll separate everything, this whole triad, each component, feeling, repeating, and defending your problems, conditions, pains, diseases, causes, and doing it from a true feeling, getting angry, irritated, offended, discarding other info as you defend that error. We'll separate each component, erasing weaknesses to 0 minus infinity 100%. of time with infinite time. I've been there myself. I know feeling stuck creates a lot of draining energy. So let's erase the built up effect and that draining energy that turns into various emotions, feelings, and reactions when you see things aren't changing, conditions aren't improving, or pain persists, or anything else sapping your energy. We'll erase all that draining energy, mainly exhaustion, hopelessness, and vulnerability. We'll also erase feelings of abandonment and helplessness. We'll separate these, erase each weakness, combining all to 0 minus infinity 100% of the time, infinitely. We'll also erase the draining energy that comes up whenever you think, feel, or say you can't. When you firmly believe you can't, don't understand, don't know, can't achieve, or can't change, let's also clear the energy of wrong questions, incorrect answers, and unanswered questions. When you find a wrong answer, you get stuck, generate more weakness, and waste time looking for a cause that isn't real. You're losing time and triggering other weaknesses. So we erase the energy of all these incorrect answers, especially what your conscious mind tells you is the root cause or source of the problem, circumstance, or blockage you're experiencing. We delete it to 0 minus infinity, 100% of the time for infinite time. Will separate you from the collective that believes, feels, repeats, affirms, and defends its problems, beliefs, errors, and weaknesses, from those who blame external causes for their issues. Anyone who thinks their situation is due to factors unrelated to their mind, body, or spirit is mistaken. We separate you from that mindset and erase it completely, infinitely, for all time. Reset, recalibrate, and reprogram your body, mind, and spirit. Now we'll also erase the energy of absolute certainty, the belief that you've done everything possible, everything imaginable to improve your situation, yet nothing changes. This too is a deception of the mind. Let's erase the tendency to exaggerate and generalize, telling yourself you've done it all. It's not true. If you had, things would have changed. So we'll erase this repetitive self-defense, reprogramming it to 0 infinitely for all time. If nothing's changed, it's because the root cause hasn't been found yet. And I can tell you one thing, the main causes of stagnation and blockages come from our own mind. Sure, we all have karmas, curses, maybe even witchcraft and whatever else, but all that isn't stronger than your own mind or a limiting belief, because a limiting belief makes you decide, act, and generates emotions that become convictions. So let's strengthen you to accept, admit, and recognize that what mainly shapes your life are your beliefs. Will empower you to search, dig deep, question yourself, observe, examine your evidence, and detect these beliefs you affirm, repeat, and defend. Strong for this 100% with infinite potential 100% of the time, infinitely. As they're telling me here, I haven't done everything. Okay, sure, it's just that some people tell me I've done everything and no one can help me. That's a statement, a conviction, a feeling, and it's granted. You've done all you can think of and no one can help in your mind, so no change seems possible. Let's erase all the debilitating energy from this, from affirming it, from wanting to be right about having done everything, having tried everything, believing no one can help you. Behind this is the unconscious search for a magic fix, a magic word, even if they don't come to you. With one word, He healed me. Let's erase this idea. Problems are usually solved through multiple actions, not just one. For example, losing weight isn't just about eating right. It's not just exercising. You also need good sleep. You need to stay hydrated. You need to reduce stress. You need to check how your organs function. One action alone won't give me all the results I'm hoping for. I need to embrace multifunctionality. So let's be strong and accept that our desired results come from multiple actions, feelings, and convictions. Strong for this 100% potential all the time, infinite time. They say I don't deserve good things. Look, when you say you don't deserve good things, you've already identified it. You feel undeserving, but this channel offers many ways to combat that feeling. Use these resources until you're sure, question yourself and say, yes, I do deserve it. Why wouldn't I? Let's build strength so we don't just say, I feel I don't deserve it. If we know this, let's work on it until I truly believe I deserve it. So let's be strong and not stay stuck on the first step, but keep climbing higher and higher with the goal and objective of changing our feelings, convictions, and beliefs about ourselves. Will also erase all energy of resistance, of rejection. Accept, admit, and recognize that you create your own life, that all you experience reflects your consciousness, that we're in a co-creation, that we also experience with our family, with our partner, with our colleagues, and so on. Still, it'll come down to my interpretation. So let's be strong enough to accept and recognize that all I experience reflects my consciousness. Let's also be strong to overcome resistance to new possibilities, information, changes, and horizons. Strong enough to believe it depends on me, that I can change how I feel. Strong to increase, and you can say it like this, strong to boost the feeling that I am progressing, that I am taking action for my own growth, that I am indeed transforming information, that my life is changing. As you maintain this feeling, you'll see it gradually manifested in your life. So amplify those emotions and sensations. Feel it happening because it is. You're achieving it. You haven't reached the final result yet, but you're already making progress. Affirm it strongly, repeat it, and defend it 100% with infinite potential all the time, endlessly. Reset, recalibrate, and reprogram your body, mind, and spirit. They say, please help me open all my paths, but listen to what that really means. When you say that, I hear, it's not up to me. I don't know how I can't. I'm helpless. I need someone else. And the strongest feeling here is simply, I can't. And when you feel you can't, well, then you can't. So let's erase this notion that it's not in your hands, that it doesn't depend on you. Let's separate ourselves from this collective, removing all ancestral energies that claimed our change, success, and evolution didn't depend on us. We'll erase it, including all subconscious programming that naturally comes from childhood at unconscious levels. We won't erase the cumulative effect of everything our parents taught us to feel about our lives, not depending on us. TV, songs, stories, we erase it all and strengthen you to form new neural connections supporting I can, it's up to me, it's possible. Strongly increase the feeling that change is possible in this condition, because if you don't feel it's possible to do it, then you won't pursue, you won't search for or find the necessary relevant information to make those changes. So strengthen this 100% infinite potential 100% of the time with finite time. Now, true freedom and power comes from self-knowledge. So let's strengthen ourselves to embark on this journey, a journey that never ends, a journey into our inner selves where we need to learn a lot, much about our personality, our way of being, our own beliefs, our fears, our programming. Let's get strong to start this search. Remember, this channel has a playlist called Self Knowledge. Watch all videos to discover more about yourself. So we're going to make you strong to gain this freedom by knowing and recognizing yourself and transforming yourself, changing these patterns, this programming, these conclusions, these convictions, and these feelings that are now bringing reality into your life. Strong for it, 100% potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. Let's strengthen you again to accept, admit, and recognize that nothing is stronger than you, not karma, curses, or witchcraft. Nothing has more power in your life than your own convictions and beliefs. So let's make you strong to understand that this is what you must change. Your belief about scarcity, about abundance, about money, about relationships, about connections, your belief about yourself, your self-concept. Let's become stronger to explore and see more of ourselves operating at unconscious levels. Because when I describe myself, I won't describe my darkness. I likely describe my light, but it's my darkness that stagnates me, blocks me, and keeps me from finding the paths I want. So be 100% strong with infinite potential, 100% of the time within finite time. Now, if you're absolutely convinced you're under a spell, I have a video on removing curses and cleansing your home. Watch it. If that video doesn't exorcise your demons, it's probably not witchcraft. There might be other causes, reasons, and sources you need to address. We're going to make you stronger to stop repeating patterns, to stop defending yourself, and to stop feeling that, yes, this is the cause blocking you and limiting you, because it puts you in a position of total helplessness. So be strong and take action. If you think that's it, go find it and erase it. There's free access for everyone. If nothing changes, then that's not it. Move on to other things. Be 100% strong with infinite potential, 100% of the time for infinite time. Let's get strong to accept, admit, and recognize that the main block, stagnation, and source of problems is the mind. It takes strength to accept that our minds are conditioned, blocked, full of influences, fears, beliefs, weakening experiences, and much clutter. So let's build that strength to become aware that I need to question my own mind and reprogram it to think in my favor, so these thoughts transform into emotions, feelings, and convictions that reflect a different reality for me. Be strong to always give the benefit of the doubt, recognizing that every problem starts within us. The solution and the problem are both here, within. Be strong to seek this, not waiting for external changes to feel at peace. Be 100% strong with infinite potential, 100% of the time with infinite time. Let's erase all the debilitating energy from statements you make, not with words, but with your decisions and actions. These statements are like, I can't succeed, or I'm sick, right? That's one. They told me it's a chronic condition from birth. No, I'm defending it, repeating it, magnifying it, and making it more ingrained in me. Also, you affirm with your choices that this world is limited and lacking. Let's erase it. Let's erase the debilitating energy from all these ways of telling yourself that life is this way, which again you didn't say with words, but with your decisions and strong actions to keep thinking about it all. What else do you tell yourself that limits, stagnates, or blocks your infinite potential? 100% of the time, infinitely. Let's strengthen you to explore your self concept, because I'm absolutely 100% convinced that the solution to all problems lies in changing our self-concept. It's about seeing ourselves differently, because this is what drives our decision-making. This is what shapes the kind of desires we have. This determines whether we move towards or away from different situations. So let's focus on observing your self-concept, not through what you tell yourself rationally or what your intellect says, but through what your actions and decisions reveal. When you buy the cheapest option, sacrifice for others, or put yourself last. All these choices speak volumes about your self-concept without using a single word. So we'll erase all chemical addiction energy tied to emotional states, worry, anger, fatigue, difficulty, effort, fear, and irritability. We'll erase this long-held addiction that prevents you from thinking and feeling differently today. We'll erase it all, what's inherited, what comes from ancestors, what comes from your parents, from programming, from conditioning, and from outside influences. We erase it to 0 minus infinity 100% of the time for infinite time. I believe one of the worst energies we can carry is the energy of fatigue, because fatigue clouds your thinking, prevents you from making beneficial decisions, stops you from prioritizing what's important, and leads you to make choices that sabotage yourself. Let's build strength to eliminate fatigue, mainly from the mind, feeling I can't do it, find it, achieve it, or reach it. We'll erase all that tiredness, the cumulative effect of everything you've done or tried without finding results, answers, or satisfying changes. We erase it all to 0 minus infinity 100% of the time with infinite time. Let's also remove resistance to accepting that your current problem or situation is actually bringing you some benefit or teaching you something. Maybe it's comfort, help from others, or justification, but you're gaining something, which is why you can't let go. So we'll strengthen you to release, erase, free, forgive, and forget the gains from living with stagnation, blockages, and limitations. Let's identify why it's comfortable for you to not have this or have what you don't want. We'll strengthen ourselves to eliminate these beliefs, because that's what they are. We'll erase it completely 100% of the time for infinity. We'll also erase the fear of success, not success itself, but what it entails. The belief that success brings envy, danger, or harm from others. Fears of being robbed, kidnapped, or whatever you tell yourself. So we'll erase this fear of success's consequences, the belief that it'll bring separation, loss, pain, or suffering, not just negative experiences. We'll erase all associations of success with negativity, pain, and lack. We erase it to 0 minus infinity 100% of the time with infinite time. Reset, calibrate, reprogram body, mind, and spirit. Will strengthen you to identify limiting thought patterns that sustain your feelings. It's not about saying that life. Sometimes we look for surface beliefs, but the beliefs that sustain reality are: life is hard, success requires struggle, having wealth is wrong or shouldn't be. These big beliefs, often collective or cultural, hold us back from progressing. We'll also strengthen ourselves to realize we have the solutions within us. The answer is there inside you. You have it today. You may not know it consciously as your focus is on the problem. It's not found in the solution. So will enhance your ability to feel, perceive, and intuit, to find multiple solutions to your problem, to discover various strategies and paths, strength to seek help, strength to learn new things, strength to shift focus from problems, errors, and negativity and look towards other options, different information, and make new decisions. Will strengthen you 100% with infinite potential and time to reset, recalibrate, and reprogram. Yes, indeed, I'm told I am the multifaceted universe. Exactly. Look, it's very challenging. Well, it's tough for our limited mind, conditioned, programmed, and influenced to accept and recognize that all you experience is a true reflection of your consciousness and that the path is to expand your awareness, which means realizing more about yourself daily, about the unconscious info working without your notice, what you don't question, but is actually evident and visible, manifests in every experience, situation, and circumstance, and even in every person we encounter. Something is reflecting back to us about ourselves. So let's strengthen ourselves to gain self knowledge from life, from the experiences we face, from the people we meet, from the situations that keep repeating themselves, because this speaks to the information we each carry within, information that needs to be changed in order to reach a different feeling. Let's also remove the confusion that we must repress emotions because, no, if I feel fear right now, it's not about repressing, ignoring, or avoiding it or turning to false coping tools. It's about facing it and dismantling it, understanding that this fear I have likely stems from core beliefs like life is hard or I can't do it. I feel vulnerable, like things are out of my control, but I'm not worthless. So let's build strength to keep working repeatedly on the pentagon of self identity, because I'm convinced that's where many circumstances change. When you convince yourself more each day that you can, that you deserve, that you matter, that you're enough, and that you're important. Stay strong to absorb this info, accept it, and recognize it. Be open and receptive to this new perspective. Let's strengthen your core so it can accept these changes and work to disconnect the need to accept other reasons for your problems that you don't need to defend. Let's stop linking this to vulnerability or weakness, recognizing it wasn't so. Let's strengthen ourselves to increase humility, realizing we know little about ourselves and this little constitutes our bondage. Why is a blockage considered slavery? A limitation is slavery and stagnation is the same. So let's get stronger to free ourselves through self-knowledge and self-observation, using the Yuen method to make these changes. We're getting stronger so we don't expect others to solve everything for us, right? Some think I can remove their issues in one session, but that's not true. I can't control how they think, feel, speak, or live. All of that doesn't depend on me. I can do the best strengthening, but if they don't change, defend their mistakes, or keep limiting patterns, little will change. So let's be strong to accept, admit, and recognize that we're in a process of reinventing and rebuilding ourselves, all because we want an ever better life. Strong enough to accept, admit, and recognize this is possible, unstoppable, and inevitable. The very act of listening to these affirmations already puts us in the energy of improvement, in the energy of commitment, and in the energy of progress. So be strong to repeat this to yourself and to give yourself all the reasons and arguments your mind needs. So you can convince yourself that you're already moving forward, you're already achieving, and you're already living that life that you wish to experience. Let's strengthen our internal and external dynamics, boundaries, and all aspects of the work we do here. 100% potential all the time, forever. Let's remove all barriers to accepting your limitless power. 100% of the time, infinitely. Reset, recalibrate, reprogram body, mind, and spirit. Let me know if this changed how you feel. See you next time. Thank you so much. Until next time.